Today we're going back with some Smoker, going to be trying them out in EB-02, and the main feature of this is of course going to be the Sengoku, where you can bring back some Navy characters with a cost of 4 or less and the trash rested, so main target is usually a Kuzan for that, but you can do that 10 cost combo by doing a Sengoku, dropping a Hina, and then you can do a Kobe to get rid of something that's funny enough a 7 cost, or you can do it even vice versa as well. But the biggest boon of the Smoker deck, of course, is going to be the Sengoku, clearing away all the heavy stuff in order to redraw the hand and fill the trash with some good stuff for cards like Rebecca and such. And last but certainly not least is, of course, the 5/6 Star Deck 19 Tashigi, where you're able to -4 if your leader is Smoker, and it doesn't KO on its main, it just puts it in the trash. So good getting around those pesky, sticky characters. So we have that. We also got some trying a bit of the heavy package with some sustain with Jack. Basically KOing anything with the Stussy, and then we of course have to have Kuzan because ice as all. But yeah, we got all that wrapped up into this deck. Timestamps in the description, and let's see where this takes us. Need to save our swings for the whatchamacallit, the Sanji and Pudding. So I'm proposing that we do something a little bit different. We can Tashigi 2, attach 1, and pop. Give them some targets here. Attach to give it swinging chance. And that way when we play Tashigi, or they play Pudding and they play Boat and putting that on top, we have a chance of actually just saying no and having a blast. So they'll get their done back, they'll pop, yep, they're gonna do the bump up. That's to be expected. Question is, are they gonna make the right decision here? Okay, they're going after Rook. Alright, so 7 Dawn. Rest. Take that away. And Tashigi. And attach Dawn. Giving this a 0. Sending it to the trash, and then we'll go 8. That might be a gear 2, I think. Oh no! Oh, they're doing the Gum Gum Jan already. Okay then. So they're still at 5. We'll be at 9 next turn. We can double Kuzan here. No, if we can't double Kuzan. Alright, so they're going to take all their frustration out on Sengoku. And get some Dawn back. Hit me for a big swing? No, but we'll take it. Alright, we can play Kuzan next turn, but in the meantime, let's Kuzan... Attach minus the chopper, then we can go Rebecca, get back Brook, play Brook, get rid of the chopper, and then we have some swings. One more. No, in hindsight, we probably could have got rid of the Zoro or make them give up something. But Kuzan's going to be up next turn. Gonna hold on to this Brook. We're going to need it for the Kuzan so that we can double pop. All right, so they're going to try to protect their Pudding at all costs. But at this stage, I think we're okay with laying the pudding on for a turn. They can't use Usopp here because they don't have enough Dawn. Alright, they're going to continue to play on here. We're going to block with Rebecca because that's going to be necessary. Alright, so we're going to actually go 5 into Zoro here. We're just going to poke at the Zoro. And we can Kuzan to keep it down. And we can keep the Brook up. But yeah, at that point, they have Luffy here, but once we drop Kuzan down, we can pop their board easily. And that will result in chaos. Not from our end, but still. Okay, the crazy EB Zoro. First, they chose to go first. This is fine because we have brand new. Brand new. Both are, well, there's only one option. Okay, Sanji is dangerous. Can't really do much about it though, but what we can do is set up. No, we can't even set up. Let's get Brook out. Alright, get the most out of there. Wait, why did they... I guess to keep their hand size low for Vivi, that's the reason. I'm not opposed to that. Or this. It's gonna hurt, but it'll be alright. While we do that. Wait, what? I fat fingered that so hard. It was the same result, but still. Zoro can rest a brand new. Sure. Let's get another Tashigi out. This time we're not going to make the same mistake. And 7. You should have hit that Tashigi first, but give them something to target. Counter here. We'll just have their 7 loop. We really don't need to go crazy here. We can just double draw Kuzan, and then we're pretty much good to go. In the meantime, we can go a 6K swing first. And another 6K swing. And a 7K swing. And Kuzan. All right. Do they have that 4 cost Usopp? Okay, so may trash to 1 card hand. We get to bounce a Kuzan. We can block whatever this is. And that's it. I like where they were going with it. The Nico Robin into Sanji is pretty sick. Alright, so we got Rob Lucci here, another competitor in terms of control decks. Let's hold on to this. We have a turn 1 play where we can use Hina here. And we can take care of T-Bone as well. We have the 5 life. Might as well use it. And we got something nice for a change. Let's pass. Okay, so Laboon and Tashigi we'll take. We'll start by using something that they cannot KO. We'll go 5 here. And then we'll go Borsalino and pass. Kuzan for the lulls. We can take care of it with Tashigi. We can also get 7k up on it. See no reason in not taking this, so we'll continue to take. Alright, so we're at 6 Dawn here. We can go Tashigi minus catch. Now we're 7k. Trash it. 7 it. So it looks like it's always going to be likely that Tashigi's going to be gone next turn. But we can get it. We can get stuff back from Rebecca, so we can keep refreshing our Tashigis. We can just block that for free. And then they're going to pop Tashigi most likely. How many times? We should have a count for how many times we say Tashigi, because we got a whole bunch of them. Trash is looking pretty good here. Pretty nice to see Cobra on here. More resources of trash to make that Tempest kick better. T-Bones is going to pop our Sengoku, which is not the end of the world there. We can, since this is likely to stand. Okay, so they got Mancherry too. We can do both, actually. We can Brook here. And then Tashigi again. No, wait, we can't. Because we don't have enough Dawn. But what we can do is... yeah, we can Tsuru into Kobe here. Kobe, trash, pop, and then we can go all the 6s. So they're gathering all kinds of hand size. They'll be up to 9, so they're going to be pulling off their combos now. And Tempest Kick is online. Though they did use one of their Tempest Kicks to get a little tempo back. But the question is, do they have more? Okay, so we're gonna lose Tashigi and Tsuru. Just block again. Why take damage when we don't have to? Could be a double Rob Lucci turn. Yep, so that's double the Rob for none of the profit. We can get rid of both if we replay Kobe. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're gonna get Rebecca. I think we did this in the wrong order, but it's not the worst thing. Let's minus Lucci some more. Swinging S7, forcing them to drop 2. We'll actually go with the Borsellino, make them get rid of some more cards. Okay, and then Brooke. Alright, so you're gonna need to set up some blockers here. Can't play anything big because it won't do enough. Rebecca's on the table. I think we drop one. We don't need both Tashigis. Okay, so that's Rebecca number 1. T-Bone is another 2K counter. You're gonna have to play something now. Laboon. Okay, so there's only so much they can do now. Yeah, I think we got it. Just minus here. Patch. GG pop. 5. Else here. Whoa, that's a lot of the Brickarinos. Okay, so we got positivity, and this could be a nice little counter matchup. Let's see. Tempting. But we'll pass. Too many important cards here. What do they got over here? Okay, so he's rocking the OP-11 stuff. Alright, so we got Sengoku, but we can just brand new at this stage. Sengoku's a good on-turn grab. 6 to face. Alright, what does Luffy have? I know they have the stage that boosts them all up by 1. So far, Kuzan, we could just pop it down with Tashigi. We can Tashigi here, minus pop 5. And then we can Sengoku bring back Kuzan next turn. Focus on building board rather than control. They could attach a Dawn and then play Sanji and pop. I think that's the idea. Yeah, so that makes sense. We can do the same thing. We can just swing another 5k swing. We'll start countering now, I bet. And then we can go Sengoku, Kuzan to draw and pass. Now we're setting our combo pieces in order. Garp. They can attach. Oh, Garp is a combo. We're gonna need to protect it at all costs in that case. So Garp becomes a really big threat. Alright, so we have 9, so we can only do this once. So we might as well, If we 4-4, get Hina back, minus the Hina. So now we can go 5, go 7. We can play Brook. I made a mistake. All right, let's just go 7. Force their cards out of hand. I could have gotten an 8K. Don't need to use that for right now. That Kuzan is really tough. All right, we can get rid of it. 4, another 4. And Tashigi again. Minusing. Another 5 minus. Not gonna pop. Now we're at 1,000. Can go 7. Trash. Let's try to swing another 6. Okay, so the Mappa. All right, so we got all these swings ready. Do they have enough counter to make it happen, though? The more they're playing cards, that's less counter that they have. So, okay, so no alternatives. Okay, the Garp is scary. Not gonna lie, that Garp is very scary. That caught me off guard. But yeah, that's what happens when you play OP11. And there you have it, some Star Deck 19 Smoker for EB-02. Wanted to really see what the Sengoku would bring, but I think we're going to need some more 4-drops in order to make this really pop out for the Navy. I think that's certainly coming in OP11, and it'll be a good look at once that happens. So here's to that. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see you in the next One Piece video. Peace out.